All right, we've been waiting for it. Harbor Freight's Memorial Day sale. Well, it turns out it's not a sale, it's a coupon. But it's a heck of a coupon. Let's get into it. All right, so we got 10% off for everyone. Any single item, 10% off. That's usable in-store and online. And then Inside Track gets 20% off any single item in store. Now, this is Friday, May 24th through actual Memorial Day, May 27th. Now, a lot of us are going to be, hanging out with friends and family trying to, celebrate Memorial Day the way it's intended. But, you can still, Friday and Saturday and Sunday, you can be out there saving on these deals. So let's talk about it real quick. So this is exclusions removed. They don't say no exclusions. They say exclusions removed. You still can't use it to buy an Inside Track. You can't use it to buy open box items, gift cards, and stuff like that. But there's no brands are excluded, no categories are excluded. This typically, what's often happened is that Harbor Freight will jack up the price on a lot of their popular items, and you'll be like, it's an all right coupon. This is not that coupon, guys. This is the real deal. Let's get into it. All right. First off, we got to talk about drills and drivers. A lot of great stuff here. We're going to talk about mostly power tools, a lot of Hercules, a lot of Bowers, because that's the stuff that is normally excluded. The Hercules brushless. This is it. The high torque, full power with a 5 amp hour battery, 5-year warranty on the tool, 3-year on the battery and the charger. This is the full kit, $250, 20% off, and we're going to talk about the 20% off because that's what you're going to do, right? Because that's going to save you $50 on that. That's more than the price at Inside Track right there. It's paid for itself. That's $200. That's a ridiculous price. We come in here, a lot of other great tools in here you might want to grab. We got the drill press in here. This one's $169 on that drill press. They also have the variable speed drill press. I don't see it here, but I saw it. It was normally $300. It's on sale, I think, for $260, $244 if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. If it's $300. The variable speed is $240. Nobody's touching that right now. That's the buy it price on that one. And we got the Bower. The Bower, this thing's an absolute beast of an impact right there as well. But I want to talk about this. When we talk about the Hercules here, you got the drill driver and the impact driver, both brushless, both just ridiculously good. We've seen the tests on them. They've proved. Years ago, I've been saying Harbor Freight's coming for you guys. Harbor Freight's getting better. They're not the Harbor Freight they used to be. And all the haters who love to hate on Harbor Freight who've never shopped there. They're like, I won't buy from Harbor Freight. And they'll come up with all these names. Real pros don't shop there. We've proven them wrong at this point. It's game over. Only the idiots are still sitting there with that mantra because they've been embarrassed at this point, and they can't admit that they were wrong. Because look at this. We got an impact driver and a drill driver with batteries, with chargers. Now, $98 each. That on its own would be a decent price, all right? I bought years ago a Makita that was similar to this and not as good as far as performance for that same price for a kit. Right now, 98 times 0.8, you're looking at $78.40 per kit. Now, if you bought them both together, you'd pay $156.80. $156 is going to get you 2 professional grade tools, 2 batteries, and 2 chargers. Nobody else is doing that. You're going to sell you 2 chargers in a combo kit? No one's doing that. You're getting that for $156. You're getting 2 tools with 5-year warranties on them. The batteries and chargers are 3 years. Unlike other tools where you got, I got to send it off to some service center in the middle of who knows where. No, this you just take it back to Harbor Freight. They give you a new tool. Nobody's coming close to this. All right, we got the Hercules ratchets. I love my 12-volt ratchets. Are they the most powerful things out there? No, but for the cost and convenience and the size, I love them. That's my pick. We got to talk about the grinders. We got the bench grinder, $199. You're coming in. Was at $240. You're coming at $160 on that one. The bench grinder with the Bower with the 8-inch disc with the belt. That thing, you've seen my video on it, right? That thing's an absolute beast. You're looking at $170 on that. So $170 times 0.8, you're looking at $136. We've got the beast of a 15 amp Hercules grinder there. We even have the cordless, the brushless cordless Hercules there. Those are fantastic. We're looking at normally $80 on that one. Well, let's see here. 80 bucks times 10 is going to be 8 times 2 is going to be $16 off. All right, let's keep going. We got a lot to get through. Batteries, and more good batteries. People keep asking, when's the next bigger Bauer battery coming out? I think it's going to be a 12, and I'm thinking July-ish is what we're looking at for a date on that. But we got Atlas here, we got the Bauer 8 amp, and we've got the Hercules 12 amp hour. Huge battery. Absolutely huge battery. You saw me do the tear down on it, haven't you? Got a little sparky with it. This thing is built like a friggin' tank. In fact, it's built so strong. Other people have done reviews on it and been like, we're not going to tear this thing down. Go check out Denna Tools because he already did it, and clearly it's impossible to get into without damaging it. The thing is solid. It uses Samsung cells. And the price, $130 is a ridiculous price. What's the sale price on that? Let's see here. 130 times 0.8. It's going to be 104. 104 for a top of the line cell. 12 amp hour battery. And you're like, well, I don't need a 12 amp hour battery. Wait till the end of the video. We got some coming soon tools to talk about that might change your mind. All right, let's get back into this. So the next category is power saws. Again, this is why I talk about, like, typically you see a coupon like this come out and you're like, well, it would be cool, but then they raised the price on it. Well, they didn't here. Hercules saw sitting there at $350. Fantastic 12-inch sliding miter saw with the drop shadow LED. It's coming in at $280. $280. That's a phenomenal price on that saw. Just a ridiculous price. And then you want a table saw? How about this? 15 amp, 10 inch, not like the DeWalt, which is shrunk down to 8.5 inches. I'm not trying to embarrass him. I get it. It's cold out there. Compact job site saw, table saw with rack and pinion fence, $380. Sale price on that is, I think, $304. $304. That's a great price. We've got a lot of other great stuff in here. Of course, you can take a look at. People keep saying, hey, why aren't you talking more about the beam cutter? I'm a little embarrassed to admit, don't cut a lot of beams. Just, most people don't. That's kind of a niche kind of tool. I'm sure there's other people out there who've done reviews on it. I'm not the guy to do a review on a beam cutter. All right, we got sanders. Again, I've talked about this before when this has gone on sale. The Bauer sander, $190, $200. That's a $200 sander. That's $160. Oh my gosh. I've got whole videos on it. I won't rant about it again. I've got the Win. I've had the Rigid. I've got the Bauer. I don't care which one you buy. Buy the cheapest one because on the inside, they're pretty much identical. All the parts are interchangeable. But the Bauer is just the easiest to get. It's almost always in stock. You just go down there. For $160, that is a ridiculous price on this sander. All right. Of course, we got to talk about the disc sander next to it. That is a gold standard in wood shops all over the place. The surface conditioning tool. A lot of people seem to think you can only use this on metal. That's not true. You can use it on anything. You can use it on the neighbor's cat. I won't tell. Okay, I kid, don't use it on the cat. I still won't tell. Anyway, next category we got here we want to look at is polishers. Again, I'm not a car detailing guy, but a lot of the car detailing guys that I do know swear by the Bauer stuff. Not sure what they say about the Hercules though. If you've got input on it, put it down below. I'd love to hear it. We got to talk about, the planers. Oh my gosh, the planers. We're looking at that Hercules planer, 430 times 0.8. You're looking at 344 on that. And as far as the Bauer, 280. So 344 and 280 in their price and spec category. Nothing comes close. Those are definitely solid choices right there. All right, next up we've got somebody just asked me, when is the Central Machinery dust collector going on sale? Right now, brother. Right now. It almost never gets its own specific coupon. Central Machinery is almost always excluded these days. This is the time to get it. Also, summer's around the corner. Just want to say, hey, shop fans, maybe think about shop fans. One thing you're not going to see me highlight in this video is hand tools. Why? The hand tools are almost never excluded in these exclusion coupons. They'll exclude Harbor Freight. They'll exclude Bauer and Hercules and Atlas and floor jacks and welders and tool storage, but they Icon hand tools, those are never excluded. The Doyle stuff is never excluded. The Quinn stuff is never excluded. If you want to get it, 20% off any of those new Quinn master sets, fantastic deal. I can't say enough about the master sets. I absolutely love them. Icon ratchets I love. The sockets are great. The wrenches, the ratcheting wrench from Icon is just it's gold, man. I absolutely love it. The clamps, the Doyle clamps or the Doyle vices, those things are brilliant. They're just top notch, definitely go-to ones. And of course, all the little specialty tools and stuff, but that's not the real gem here. The gem here is the stuff that's normally excluded. So let's get more into some of that. Jacks and stands. So not only can you get the jacks that you normally don't find on sale, but you can get those obtuse jacks that you never see. The toe jack there, the transmission jacks. There's here we go, the air hydraulic floor jack. All of those on sale now. The Badlands, a lot of people missed out on the Badlands. They wanted to get it. It came and went too fast. Well, let's see what price we got here. We're looking at 320 times 0.8. You're looking at a price of 256. 256 on that Badlands is an absolute steal. Run out the door because someone's probably going to catch you for that. That is a beast of a jack, and it's aluminum, so it's lighter weight. It's become my go-to jack. I have the 3-ton long reach, low profile long reach, and I love it, but it weighs a ton. And with the Badlands, I can use it in the shop. I can pull it out, use it out in front of the shop because like my big truck won't fit in the shop. So I got to do stuff out in front of my shop, and the front of my shop is grass and gravel. The Badlands don't care. He'll eat it up all day long. Love that jack. All right, next up, we're going to take a look at lifts, cranes, and stands. All right. Did you know the scissor lift is going away? Clearance sale. I don't know if they're going to replace it. I'll be honest. It scares the you-know-what out of me. I know a lot because it's got locking things, and so it still scares me. But the gantry crane, that's something I've always wanted. A lot of people have been asking, hey, when's the motorcycle stand going on sale? On sale right now. But let's talk about the gems, which is the lifting tables. Now, the smaller one, 500-pound, I get it. But here's what I'm going to say. You should get the 1,000-pound if you can. You're like, I'll never use a 1,000-pound. Why do I need it? 500 should be fine. 1,000-pound. Now let's look at the price. We're looking at $370 on that. Times 0.8, you're $296. $296. It's more solid. It lifts higher. So if you, like me, you have a 4x4 pickup truck, that 500-pound won't get anywhere near the lift gate. Now, this won't even get to the lift gate on mine. It's about this much shy, but it's enough that I can get stuff up on it, use it all the time. The handle. The handle folds down flat, so I can slide it under a bench and get out of the way when not in use. And don't think of this as, well, it's only usable for when I'm doing stuff. That's not the case. Because this thing has tons of other uses. I use it as a side table all the time. I did a video where I worked on my Samsung washing machine, and I was able to sit in a nice comfortable chair, raise it up to the right level that I needed, do the work, lower it to the next level, do some work, spin it around, get to the back, spin it back around, and save my back. There's no money, there's no value you can place on the quality of the health of your back. Ask any of the guys who've had back surgery. It sucks. It sucks. And most times it doesn't make it, it makes it better than it was, but it almost never makes it good as new. Treat yourself right. Use the right tools. Get yourself one of these. This is in my I told you so category. Don't make me do my I told you so dance. No one wants to see that. It's ugly, but I'll do it because this is one of those tools that people don't listen and finally they do. And then you got to be that guy sending me an email going, I was wrong. You were right. I get them all the time. Don't feel bad. It's okay. Emails red@denoftools.com. You feel free to send me your apologies. All right, let's keep going. Next up. Oh, let's see here. What do we got here? We got generators, and more good generators. How's Oprah put it? You get a generator. You get a generator. You get a generator. These are some decent prices. The Predator, it looks expensive, $2,300. It's $1,800 and change with this. That's pre-pandemic pricing. That's about, if not the same, a little bit less than I paid for it new. The 5,000 is a great one. It's like $800 and change on that one. The 3,500, which is a go-to generator, all right? It's all around all the RV parks, has been for years. Pretty much ate Honda's lunch when it comes to, basically bang for the buck there. You're looking at $800. $640. $640 for a 3500 just gem of a generator. Harbor Freight did send me one. I turned around and gave it to some friends of mine, Rick and Kelly. Just beautiful people. They are full-time RVers these days, traveling around the American West, sometimes down the South, and that's their go-to now in their giant fifth wheel that they have. They just got a new one. It's beautiful. Anyway, hope you all are watching. Hope you guys are doing great. Sorry I haven't had a chance to get over there and see you all. Hopefully, maybe you guys make it up here this summer. Maybe I'll make it down there. We'll have to see. Anyway, let's get back into this. These are definitely some go-to items here. Other choices here. We got to talk about tool storage. We got Yukon. We got U.S. General, and yes, we're going to talk about Icon as well. So we're talking about this. Got to talk about the fact I just did a video. I've got the Yukon. I keep saying Icon. I've got the Yukon 9-drawer and the U.S. General. The Yukon's 46-inch, and I've got the U.S. General Series 3 42-inch. Both of them in the shop. Just did a side-by-side comparison. Measured all the drawers, gave all the volumes, have full specs, have a spreadsheet to compare them all. All right, so I just did that video. If you're wondering which one you should get, go check it out. But in both cases, like I know I tested the 10% off coupon. I was able to order online and get 10% off. I called my local store and I'm like, hey, I know you guys don't have these in stock very often. So usually they're an order item because they have all these colors now. They can't keep everything in stock. But the coupon says in stock only. That doesn't seem right. How does that work? She goes, and they said, now this is my local store, not corporate telling me. And my local store said these aren't, they're not out of stock. They're pre-order. You have to pre-order them, which for our system is the same as having them in stock. So yes, the 20% off coupon would work on them. Your mileage may vary, but that's what my store said. Let me know what you run into. Put it down in the comments. Let's talk about the Yukon 340. What's that price? We already saw it on the miter saw. That's $280 for that. For a 9-drawer, fantastic. And again, don't get locked into thinking, well, I don't need that as a toolbox in my shop. I use mine for my barbecue station. I recommend them for kitchens, for hobby stations, for general storage around the house. There's people who take the wheels off of them and slide them under counters. There's a lot of great uses for these things. At $280, that's a solid piece of equipment, all right? I can't recommend it enough. And then for the U.S. General, of course, look at this, the 6-drawer full bank service cart. I keep telling everyone that the price on that is $500. When it hits $500, that's the buy it now price. Harbor Freight just made a liar out of me because it just hit $480. $480 with this coupon. That's a ridiculous price. It's not something I use because I don't need the top to come down and lock. I need that top as a workspace. But for a lot of people, they love it. Also, pro tip, apparently, somebody makes an under kitchen mat. It's a rubberized mat that goes, not under kitchen, under your kitchen sink. That apparently is the exact same size as the top of this. Do some research on that. So if you do need that, like a work surface on top, that might be a way to go. All right, and we got to talk about that 42-inch. This thing is absolute beast. Now, again, for those of you who've been around the channel, you know for a fact I've got a 72 with a hutch, all my tools in it. What do I need a 42-inch for? I can't quite get the camera over there to see it, otherwise I'd show you. But it's my new laser station. Okay, I've got my X-Tool S1 40-watt laser set up on there with the air controller, and then it's got the fume extractor down below it, and then I've got an EcoFlow Delta 2 Max sitting next to that. So both are powered into that, and then that powers it to the wall. So that protects them against brownouts. We had a ton of brownouts recently. Protects against power surges, all that. Gives it pure sine wave. And that way I don't have to worry about any interrupted prints and stuff like that. Or cuts, whatever I'm doing. Anyway, there's a lot of great uses for stuff like that. And again, I've seen people take the wheels off, put them under a bench, under a counter, all sorts of ways to be flexible, have fun with this. Of course, do it right, buy it in white. Anyway, you look at same price, $480 on that. That is a ridiculous price. And you probably saw a peek at it. This is 2 years ago, year and a half. $550 was the sale price on a Series 2. This is a Series 3 for $70 less. I told you the deals were going to hit this year. I called it in January. Go back and watch my video. I said, this is the year for deals. Hitting it hard. You know what? They have issues with the economy. They're post-pandemic when people were just spending money like loons. Well, guess what? Now everyone's pulled back a bit. So they're dropping the prices because everyone's freaking out. This is your opportunity to take advantage of it, okay? Next year, once the economy stabilizes, the prices will probably go back up, all right? All right, let's talk about that icon, though, all right? Because this is my time to rub it in the Snap-on boys' face, because the fanboy stuff is just ridiculous. When they came out, everyone poo-pooed it. Oh, it's terrible. It's junk. It's yada, yada. Yeah, come to find out, it's got the same slides that Matco has. Matco makes fantastic boxes with fantastic slides. It's proven itself. It's been out there. Tons of people have it. You're lost. Sorry, guys. I've said it before. I've been saying it for years, and all the haters want to come and go, oh, I would never buy anything from Harbor Freight. Yeah, because you're a moron who likes to throw his money away. Case in point, we're looking at the Icon 56-inch on sale. If you can get this coupon to apply, $2,000. The 73-inch, if you can get the coupon to apply, $2,400. Now, a Snap-on guy will say, well, I could buy a used blah, 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 Yeah, let's say you got the used one for $5,000 because new it's $16,000. But let's say somehow, somebody had a meth problem. They sold it to you for $5,000. That's still double the price on this. You know what? And they're like, well, and then later I can sell it and get my money back. No, you can get about half back is usually what it is. Say 20 years from now, you go on, you sell it, you get half back. Great. Now you've spent $2,500 for that box for 20 years. Same price, right? $2,500. Now here's the difference. I can take that same $5,000, spend $2,400 on this box now, and in 20 years, I can take the difference and put it into mutual funds and have close to $15,000 sitting in my bank account. I can retire and take the wife on a month-long trip all over Europe. Yeah, but you enjoy that Snap-on box. Anyway, I'm going to keep going here. You're a business. It has to have return on investment. It's not a Gucci purse to make you feel like I'm super cool. I've got Snap-on. That's what makes me a pro. No, being a pro means thinking like a pro. That's the difference. All right, let's keep going. The welders. I'm not going to go through all the welders, but because you can. They're all cheap. They're all on sale. Get a welder. Everyone gets a welder. They're fantastic. I'm not a fan of the Chicago Electric. The home gamer and the prosumer and even maybe the value pro should be going titanium. The guy who's going to be a hardcore user, get the Vulcan. The real difference between these is runtime. If you're going to be using it, banging out nonstop, get the Vulcan. If you can pace yourself, get the titanium. That's all there really is to it. All right, air compressors. That's a big one. Air compressors are often excluded. Again, I don't recommend the mid-size ones, like the 20-gallon McGraw. I can't recommend it. It's not small enough to be convenient, and it's not really big enough to put out enough power for real air tools. The Pancake, sure, great for nailers. This one, great for nailers. This one, good for small tasks and running a nailer. This one, super quiet, run a nailer, run airbrushes, all sorts of tools. Have you seen the new airbrush air compressor? That thing's fantastic. All right, but those mid-sized ones, the 20, 21 gallons, they just don't make any sense. The 10-gallon one, even that one's hard for me to justify. You know what? If you're going to run air tools, you really need to jump up to something like this 26-gallon or the 27-gallon. That's the one I have in my shop. Or really this McGraw 29-gallon. You're looking at $550 on that one. So $550, $440 is the sale price. $440. That is an absolute beast of a compressor for $440. If I could actually pronounce that, $440. All right, and then let's talk about. I teased you earlier, and I said we got some coming soon items. So let's talk about the coming soon stuff. All right, we got. If I can get over there to it, there we go. This is Hercules 20-volt sliding miter saw, brushless screw gun. And the collated screw gun attachment. The 20 volt, that's it. Hercules is coming out with a 20 volt sliding miter saw. That is huge. And again, that's where I'm really talking about, hey, that 12 amp hour battery, that's where that's going to come into play. Now, as far as like, hey, what about us in Bauer? Any news on Bauer? Bauer, we've got The compact brush circular saw, we talked about that. The brushless hammer drill and the scroll saw. Now the scroll saw is going to be a revamp of the old Central Machinery. So there's that. All right, so that's what's coming out there that's new and exciting. I will say this, I'm really excited about that brushless hammer drill. It's about time they did it. In fact, I think Hercules guys are still waiting on that one. Harbor Freight, brushless hammer drill. All right, maybe I'm mistaken, but I do know that the Bauer one is missing out on that. Anyway, that's all we got. What? Somebody's like, what? Oh, there's a benchtop joiner talked about in there. Why aren't I talking about that? Because everyone else here, all the other tool bears already know about it. Why don't you know about it? You know why? Because you're not subscribed to the Den of Tools, because we leaked that months ago. We already knew about that was coming. We saw the specs. We saw the pricing, all of that stuff. So why aren't you subscribed? Do it right now. While you're down there, chomp the like button, smash that subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. That's all I got for you today. You all take care, God bless, and as always, shine on.